Hey, this is the Mustard Seed Project. I am Ezekiel Hong, and I'm glad that you're here. Today we are going to talk about 28 days home worship challenge. Today in this video, we're going to talk about what this home worship challenge is and how we're going to do this. Before we start, I wanted to give a couple of notes. First of all, we know that worship, like John chapter 4, verse 23 and 24 says, is more than just an event. God is spirit, and true worshipers must worship God in the spirit and in truth. So worship is more than just an event that we participate in on the weekend, but worship is to really offer our lives to God 24/7 as a pleasing sacrifice. It is to worship God with our choices, with everything we do, with our lives, with our lifestyle. So worship is not just service that we attend on Sunday, on the weekend at church. However, I realized that many people, still the idea of worship is still too abstract to them, which means they come to church and they experience God at church through worship service. But when we talk about worshiping God with our lifestyle at home especially, or in our workplace, many people, I realize that they don't know how to make it. They don't know how to do it. So what we want to do through this video, through these 28 days of home worship challenge, is for us to practice that personal worship service at home. And my prayer is that starting with that, you can extend that worship into everywhere you go and literally just worshiping God 24/7 with all of your life. So the idea of 28 days home worship challenge is for us to worship God, to have our personal worship service literally every day in our home, and to experience God and worship Him. Well, a couple of things that I want you to be mindful of is that, first of all, this is not the only way to do your home worship, which means we can worship God in many ways. This is just a way that I have structured to help you to have your home worship service. But this is not the only way. Second thing is, don't just make it religiously, because the idea of having home worship service is not for us to just create another church program that is going to burden you, or just another Christian checklist for us to go through. What we want is to really learn how to worship God wherever we are, and doing that through our personal worship service at home. So that's the intention. Don't make it just religiously. And then number 3, don't give up. I know that 28 days can be very long for some people, and eventually we can miss a couple of days in the middle, but don't get discouraged. Even if you miss a couple of days, just keep moving it, keep doing it, and I really believe that God is going to do amazing things in our lives through this home worship. Well, there are 5 elements in this home worship service that I want you to do. And these 5 parts of your home worship is going to be, first, confession. Number 2, adoration. Number 3 is going to meditation. Number 4, application. And number 5, supplication. And I want you to have these 5 parts in your home worship service, because confession is the time that you're confessing with your mouth what you believe about who God is, what He has done, and who you are in Him. And about adoration is the part that you're praising God. Okay, and then meditation is the meditation on the Word of God, not just reading the Bible, but actually spending time meditating on it, and not only meditating on the Bible, but going to the application part, coming with idea of how you can actually practice that, apply that in your life today in your context. So that's going to be the application part. And lastly, supplication, which is prayer time. I want you to pray for things that you learned, for your personal topics, and also praying for others, prayer of intercession for others. So that is going to be the supplication. So I want you to have your home worship service with 5 parts: confession, adoration, meditation, application, and supplication. So in our next video, I'm going to explain more in detail about these 5 parts of our home worship. So I'll see you there. God bless you. Be positive, stay focused, because our God is able. bless you guys.